What's it like being 30 or even, I don't know, 20, 25? But since I'm 31, what's it about? What's it like being single or not have any friends? No job as well. So I'm going to give my thoughts on it, how I do without them or it, and just have a opinion sharing kind of a video here. So welcome back again to the channel. Tatsuka. So I think for the past, I think when was the last time I had quote friends that I could call friends? Probably when I was, I think, 26, 27. But it was just kind of a one guy I was talking to, not every day. We also didn't do much of the things together, which was kind of fucked up. And then I just kind of cut off any contact, and I don't even remember what kind of message I wrote, but I know that after that I just removed him, and because it was a shitty friendship relationship. Yeah, I mean, he was living in the city and I was living in a village, and every time I would go to this place, like this is what was weird for me. He would tell me like, "Hey, why don't you come to visit? Because you have a car, blah blah." Every time I would go to visit, he would play games, and we would not talk much, basically, even though we were friends for pretty much since I was a kid. Like we went to the same school, even high school. But yeah, like I had plenty of friends while growing up, which is good, which was good. And even now and then, now I don't have anyone to talk to, and I can say it feels kind of alright. I mean, I'm not the type of guy who says like, "Oh, I'm desperate for friends. I'm looking for friends." I was like that, especially when I played MMO games back in, when was it, like 2011 ish. Not only MMO, but also like MOBAs. I played League a lot, and I looked for friends there too. Also for girls. But no, that was a different thing. But yeah, when I started playing those online games, I did look for friends, but every time it felt like it never worked out. It felt like I wasn't good enough because I would talk to people, whether it was in a guild or just random encounters. You know how it is. I would talk to them, but then even though weeks or months pass by, another guy just comes in and I'm just deleted. That happened in video games many times. All many times. No, it happened all the time, even in real life as well. It doesn't matter. Like I always had to try really hard for people to be in their lives, right? I had to fight to actually be their friend, which was kind of sad that when I think about it, because nobody fought for me to stay in their life, or nobody gave as much effort for the friendship as much as I did. And now I find myself less and less being interested in actually having friends because it's just all shit. It is all shit because my last relationship that I had was when I was 25, and that pretty much fucked me up, messed me up. Oh, God. Mentally, and also even before that, my trust and my tolerance to certain things were really low. And after the breakup, it's now even like less because when you end up being used, or when you are there just because they need you, and when you can't do what they ask you to do, you are just gone. You're not a friend. If you are not useful, or cannot, when it comes to even money as well, then you're not a friend, right? So that was also kind of dumb because whatever they did to me, I was being backstabbed, I was being lied to, used to, just thrown away like I was nothing. All these years, it just meant nothing for them. But when I did something that they did to me, it always had a backlash. Like, oh, why do you do this? Like, do you know how bad that is? And I was just thinking, like, but you do this to me all the time, man. And lying and all that kind of stuff. You replaced me, like I was replaceable, like this. Just doesn't matter how much I fought to be there. It was not worth it, and I believe it also added up to the mental stress, the mental thing in my head that right now I am really not even interested in to find friends, or even I'm not interested in the people. Well, obviously in my country, I'm totally not interested in those people because, in my opinion, they are boring. They are all the same sheeps, like copy paste. Um, but I'm not the type of person that goes, I need friends. I would say it would be good if I had someone like really like a friend, right? Like a friend, not some uh, person that I meet just randomly and then, oh, you are a friend. No, for me to be friends with someone, I would have to spend a lot of time with that person. And for the past couple of years, yes, I had some talking online, but it just it stopped. Like, just out of the blue, it stopped after a couple of weeks. Even though we shared pictures, interests, and whatnot, right? So it seemed like a waste of time for me. So I I don't know. It kind of gets boring, but how I deal with it is I have a couple of hobbies. I'm keeping a diary since when was it? Since 2023, right at the beginning. And even as I started sometimes to write in 2022, but I wasn't every day. I really started to write a diary diary in 2023, mainly because I was having issues after the breakup. I was on medication and whatnot, and I just wanted to have a documentation of those things. Now there's I think 9 or 10 notebooks since then. I still write, so that's one of my hobbies. I play guitar, electric one, but I'm not really that good at it. I just play because it feels really good. And no matter if I'm learning a new chord, or recently, I discovered like the minor pentatonic scale, and that's just in itself to play fun. I don't know any songs, but for me, sometimes it's enough to pluck some strings just to hear the noises or play with the different settings, the tunes, the sounds. It's just, I love the sound of the guitar. It's just, my soul feels happy listening to it. Drawing, no, I used to kind of draw here and there. Like, that was many years ago. Usually just random stuff, but I found a sketchbook that you trace draw. How is it called? And that's interesting, but I wouldn't call it a hobby because I don't really do it that much. I collect plushies. I love to collect them. When something kind of like grabs my attention, I probably should make a short to show them off because I love looking at them. And just those keychain things, right? That you can attach somewhere. I have a couple of them too. I love tattoos. I have around 57 right now, and at the end of the year, I'm probably gonna get more. I'm saving up somehow, but tattoos are something that's I cannot explain to someone that doesn't have tattoos. It's kind of weird, but I do love them. A form of art that I really appreciate, and every time I would see someone with different kind of tattoos, I have to give a kind of a compliment. And I just love to. I'm collecting pictures, on Pinterest, and something kind of that grabs my attention. I look at it and then save it. If I'm still interested in that, I will probably get it done. But there are, I have a lot of topics or tattoos on my body from different things, from food to anime to music to quotes to lyrics. a lot of uh, a lot of different things. So tattoos are Is that a hobby to get a tattoo? Well, if I had money, I would probably get tattooed twice a month or so. But I don't know if it counts as a hobby. Whatever, it's my passion. I love it. Next one will be games. Ooh, and that's a good one. But I should not talk about it much. I have a picture when I was playing the NES when I was 5 years old. Well, I don't remember if I played it even earlier, but let's say 20, so 26 years. 26 years I was playing games, and tied to that, which would be a hobby because I'm starting to do it now. I don't have a PS5. I had consoles from PS1 to 4, but I want to get a Nintendo Wii, which is going to be soon because I almost saved up enough for it to play some games on it and to buy those older consoles. Prefer like first there's going to be Nintendo Wii and then the Nintendo DSi. So collecting old stuff, retro things, buying physical copies of older games that I used to have, or just to place them as a collectible that also is the same as uh, anime figurines. I also love collecting them. I don't have much of them though. I think, yeah, another one is going to be a short. What I do have is also from Dragon Ball Z, German version though, is the whole Dragon Ball Z series dubbed in German, which is like a box. It's really amazing. You have like um, art styles in it, odd stuff. I think when I have to show it. I cannot explain it well, but you have like this mini book that shows the names of the episode and the characters featured in those episodes. I don't know how many episodes there are in a box, maybe like 25, 30 or something. But yeah, it's really cool. So collecting stuff is also a hobby. I do like to sometimes sing. Yeah, singing is something really really good. That kind of, especially when you really feel it. I mean, when you are alone and you start like to sing from your deepest like lungs that you have, the deepest hole, whatever. I don't know. But singing and also is also great. Well, what else? Well, I like when it's peaceful, and that's not a hobby of. That's no. Uh, does cleaning count as a hobby? Because every third or fourth day, I like to vacuum and just clean off the dust. It's kind of calming. It's like a relaxing feeling for me to do it. Yeah. So, what else can I? Oh yeah. Oh, bro, I almost forgot that one. Anime. Since I mentioned the anime figurines, watching anime is a really also a nice thing to kind of deal with the no friends things. But no, I definitely do not mind where I'm at right now because I'm not going to settle for something I do not deserve or just for someone that's going to waste my time because it took me a while, but I've learned that time is really precious and that you shouldn't waste it on random people or anyone just because you are alone. I mean, some people do it, whatever. I'm not here to judge. People should do what they want to do, but this is what I do. Now, when it comes to jobs, I do not have one. I don't even know where I'm going when I'm going to have one because what I would love to work, man. I would really love to work in a guitar store or something about anime, selling, selling anime stuff. But the place I'm from, even nearby cities like 1, 2, 3, 4 hours away, they don't have any of that. It's like I said, all the work that I do is basically the things that does not interest me, and it kind of ruins the motive. I don't have any motivation to do that work because, I mean, even though I wake up early, I wake up around 5:30. It takes me an hour to really kind of get up, and sometimes I would go to my dad and he would start talking about this and that. I'm like, ooh, I need time to wake up, you know. So I do not even like the fact when the whole job thing because I had many different types of jobs. I did not have a job that lasted over a year though. Almost a year. That was a mix of construction and work for somebody else. Like I remember me and someone, we were making a half pipe, some stuff like that. So garden tending. Uh, for a while, I was also driving or buying groceries for the people in the village, the older ones, right? That could not drive by themselves or they had nobody else to do it. And that was a couple of years ago. Since I was going to the city every day anyway, a couple of them would give me a list and I would buy them groceries and I would get paid, which was nice. I think weekly I would earn about anywhere from, depends how many people. Sometimes it wasn't that much going on, but between 30 and 50 a week. Yeah. That was kind of really also a thing which lasted for a couple of months, and then when I went to Germany, it stopped. I also did painting fences or houses, like inside, like painting rooms. I mean, not that, but car washing, uh, hospitality job. Oh God, I'm gonna have to go to that not to forget. The hospitality job in Croatia was the last one I did, and that was the worst experience I ever had. But also in restaurants, as a waiter for a couple of weeks. That was in Germany too. Uh, I cannot really think of anything else that I did because most of the jobs that I did were privately with my dad. The ones I did by myself, those were the things. I'm trying to think of something, but no, because even though when I was in Germany, I got rejected, and oh yeah, McDonald's. McDonald's was also a hell. Just I could not even last a month there. So, oh yeah, I also had to work with the people from Serbia, which wasn't ideal. But getting back to the last one, which was recent, like 3 months ago, Croatia hospitality. I'm just gonna make it short. It was 3 weeks. I did not even get paid. I was supposed to work as a like to make breakfast, right, and to wash to do the laundry basically, and to iron the things. But there was a machine that would make it straight. But no, that was a lie. In fact, the whole contract was a lie. Let me tell you. You in the contract it was like like 5 days a week you would work and you would have one free day. Sounds good, right? Also, the working hours do should not exceed 50 hours a week. Okay, and all of that was basically ignored because not only did I not work the two stations I was positioned at because I had to do everything as well. I had to sometimes be a receptionist, to clean rooms because they were asking like a team quote team player, but that was all made up. And we were working more than 50 hours, sometimes 60, 65, no free days. That was the thing that kind of bumped me over because no free days. And it wasn't 8 hours, it was mostly 10, 11 hours, which I didn't like because literally you were living in a prison, kind of. Also, the rooms that we were in, there was a opening up above, so no matter what you did, what you said, it felt like you were always being watched or being tracked, listened to. And the reason why I left is they had probably some kind of beef with me because they made fun of a woman that was working at a different hotel because I worked at a different place, but the hotels were the same kind of name in three different places, and they were making fun of this one woman. And I just said like, why do you do this? Like, do you think it's fun? And they're, oh yeah, it's just a joke. But yeah, does she laugh? And I said to them like, listen, if I catch you to do this to me or something or similar, we will have problems because I cannot stand idiots like that. That kind of people are the worst, and I don't want to have nothing with that. So they started taking it as a threat. And there was this one woman that I did not like at all because she acted like she was owning everybody. And then it started kind of to not flare up, but I was against five people. They looked at me, and asked me to apologize for calling them idiots, even though I did not apologize, and in fact called them, double down on it, and said you were idiots for doing that stuff, right? And what followed was immediate. I quit, but the guy did not even give me time enough to pack some things. He was just immediately kicking me out, and I had luck that the same day I had a bus to Serbia and then to go home, because the next day there was nothing, like no buses, so I couldn't have a place to sleep. And at that day when all, let's say, shit went down, everything that we talked about for the first week, when they seemed like, all chill, all nice, all friendly, blah blah, at the end you could see those faces, as it was ugly. And sounds weird, but I love when people show their true colors, and I laughed when I left. Laughed when I left. Okay, middle finger. They cursed at me and whatnot, but I was just laughing because I said the things I wanted to. Even though I'm not going to say everything that I said, but even I was really calm for some reason. But I also said everything that was on my mind at this point. At that point, sorry, and no regrets leaving, because that it feels really good to tell what you feel, because I used to not do that, but when I do it, it feels like somebody takes a big chunk of rock from your back, from your chest, and you feel so much lighter. It's so much better. And also, yeah, the biggest thing, I did not get paid for 3 weeks, but yeah, that was real. That was real bummer, man. Also, what kind of depressed me and made me angry on every day was I did not have time to do anything. No hobbies. I didn't do any hobby. Like playing, I was too tired to play anything, or whatever, to work out. And every day at least you need some sort of break. But nah. So I don't know. The whole system about the job is really weird, and it's not for me. I have no idea what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna keep looking at it, keep somehow to try and see. Now, oh god, relationships. Ugh. Relationships. Oh god. Okay. Um. Not to make it a long one, but yeah, I think I mentioned I had my first relationship at the age of 25, and it just uh ruined me pretty much. I am still on some medication from it, but after the breakup, I developed some sort of anxiety disorder. Panic attacks started to come around, and I could not sleep. Oh god, this was the worst time. I could not sleep for, I think, 7 months. I was sleeping with my dad. I was down on the floor. He was in the bed, but I was so afraid, and all of everything was seemed so bad, so unfair, and this girl just moved on like it was nothing. So a part of me pretty much died, and even right now I feel incomplete, and I'm not looking for anyone to fill that place, but because that woman, that girl, that bitch, and I can call her that. I'm not going to sound like someone who's now talking shit about the girl because I was hurt or something, but she really was a bitch, to be honest. Like she wanted to go to Greece. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you one thing at least. She wanted to go to Greece to fuck a guy that was 10 years younger than her. That was she was also cheating on me with said guy while we were in the relationship. So can you just imagine that? And she had also a lot of guys before me, which was I was somehow getting along with it, but then she seemed never satisfied with attention. She would always make new guy friends, always just she would just be friends with a guy, and that's it. I remember when we were in a bar, they would lift her shirt up, remove bra, and like touch her inappropriately, bro. And I was there. And now when I look at it, disgusting. But what she did and everything else, and I was an idiot for giving her a chance when I found out that she was cheating on me with the. It was like, even though they never met, but all the talking, and the guy even was kind enough to give me some messages. But he even asked her if she had a boyfriend while we were together. She said like no. So what the fuck, bro? Yeah. Before that, I did not have any. Like I said, I was not really interested in girls. Neither am I now. Oof, no, not at all right now. But that does not make me gay. Make no mistake. I'm not into guys, of course. I'm not. But as of right now, I don't know, man. I do not want to think. I'm not even thinking about girls, nor do I want a wife or kids. Hell no. There's a lot of things I want to do with my life, and when I think about having a wife and stuff, it would just mean that I'm placing my life on hold and not doing things for myself but for others. So no, I just don't want that. It will ruin me more, and I don't wanna go through that again. I'm still on, like I said, I'm still on medication for a couple of things because I don't understand how some people can go in a relationship for a couple of years. We were about 1 year together, but how can some people be in a relationship for a couple of years, break up, and then just find another one to love? Is beyond me. I'm not judging. Like I said, I don't judge people, but I just wonder how they can do that because I can't. I cannot imagine to now find someone and say those words because I still sometimes see, even though it's way less than before, but I still sometimes still see that girl in my head, and my anger. It goes like from zero to a 10, right? Like in a second, and I cannot bring myself to do the things all over again, to get to know each other, to share interests, blah blah, and then I don't feel the need to kiss. I don't feel the need to have sex, which was for me one of the most underrated things, overhyped things I ever heard in my life. I mean, sex was fucking nothing to me, man. It started getting annoying after the second time, and it felt like that's it, you know. So no relationships. I really don't crave them. I don't desire them. I don't want them. I'm happy with myself. I have my mom and dad and grandma. I will love them till the end of time. And then I don't know if it comes. If some girl comes, she will come or not. Doesn't really bother me right now. There are a bunch of other things I'm thinking about, or that I'm, well, not to say worried about, but that I'm trying to do that keeps me busy. So as of right now, I'm happy with myself, and I'm just trying to do the best I can in the situation I'm in. Right? And that's pretty much it. How am I going to make the timestamps for these ones? What did I say? Being single, uh, friendless, and job. Right? Oh, those were cool, nice topics, bro. Yeah. So it's a really bad combo to for some people. I'm just saying my opinion because I'm just kind of looking at them, and it's like the meme when everything is on fire, and you be like, "Yeah, I'm fine," but I really am fine. There was a time where I did feel down, and I did feel like, but it's whatever. I mean, for some people, I'm way too weird. Like I'm not normal. The way I act, the way I do certain things or express myself, but I don't care because I act on how my soul and heart feel, and I just want to express myself. I'm like an expressive person and an honest one to point that out. But I just want to live the way I want to live, and even through bad times, even through good times, I just want to have a positive outlook because a lot of things I notice about myself. When you get angry, when you get depressed, when you get sad, all these negative feelings, they affect you, and ultimately, at the end of the day, they just ruin your day, kind of like. And you will one day realize that it was for nothing. Because I learned that kind of a late. You shouldn't worry about some things. And there was a quote I really love, and it goes like, don't worry about the things you can't control. Some examples would be when it starts to rain, then people be like, oh no, the day is ruined, fucking rain, blah, this or that. Or there is traffic is full, like it was a mess in the traffic or whatever. Like, some things you can't control, right? Like being born the way you are. You know, some people being born pretty like gorgeous or ugly or whatever, like genetics. So I do not worry that much about the things anymore. I'm just living the best I can. And I'm working towards a better me and towards a better future. And for anyone that's been going through the same, I mean, I cannot tell you what to do. I just said what worked for me. Maybe you can try some of these things. Maybe you have something that you do on your own which helps you. But whoever's going through some certain things that I mentioned or have similar problems, I I hope you're gonna go through it well, and just try to stay positive as much as you can. Really, that's all I can say. The topic is over. So take care of yourselves.